and I fucks for food. What's up, everybody? Coach Andy here for the second time today. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's your birthday, bitch. Good evening. What time is it? 6:30. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Just coming on and chit chat with y'all a little bit. When you come in, please hit the thumbs up if you are on YouTube. Please hit the like, the heart, the smiley, the shock, the laughy, the huggy, the cry. Hit all the feels on the Facebook. Huh? If you're on the Facebook, hit all the feels. If you're on the YouTube, that's how old people call it, the Facebook. If you're on the Facebook, hit all the feels. If you're on the YouTube, hit that thumbs up, please. And also share this live. Share the video. I would certainly appreciate it. Definitely. When you come in, after you hit the thumbs up or the like or whatever, please say hello in the comments. I would certainly appreciate that. Just let your presence be known. Say hello and let me know that you're here. Hi, Marcia Washington. Hi, Anita Essex. Hi, Teresa Jones. Mary Twine. I had a cousin named Twine. His name was Twine, baby. And he was from New York. Actually, he was from Florida. But he was from, he lived in New York. And baby, he was a real live baby. I know he got some bodies under his belt, 100%. He's deceased now. But he was a real one. Hi, Shirley Matthews. Hi, Elisa. Hi, it's LaDon. Hi, Melissa. Connie Griffin. Andrea McCasey. Oh, that's a fancy name. Let me hold some. Is that Toshiba? What kind of? Is it Toshiba or is it Zenith or is it Sony or is it Roku? What is it? Let me know. What's up, Jana P? Hi, Yvonne Young. Hi, Shanae. Hi, Julia Britt. I'm just playing this. Shanada. Hi, Wanda Howard. Crystal Young. What's up, Gloria Jefferson? Mary Easley. Hey, everybody. Just say hello. If you would, please. I'd like to call your name and acknowledge that you are here. I would appreciate that. Hi, Roxanne. What's up, girl? Denise. And make sure you hit the thumbs up, please, if you're on YouTube, and the like if you're on Facebook. Hi, Shanice Williams. Karen Barry. Toshiba. I had a TV at Toshiba before. You got your remote control, Toshiba. What's up, Tracy Braggs? Hey, Coach, I'm watching a replay from this morning on my iPad. Thank you so much. Hi, D. Gilbert. Hi, Monique Taylor. Miss Shells. Hi. Good to see me again. Good to see you again. Just say hello if you would, please. Once you come in the comments, just say hi. And I'll say hello back to you. And make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the like, and all those things. Tamik, hi. Brenda Sanders, hello. Hi, Dorothy Simmons with the purple heart. Kathy Henderson. I went to school with somebody with the last name Henderson. Marcella Washington. Oh my God, I have to clock back in. We'll watch the replay and will. Okay. Thanks for the shout out. I'm happy to shout you out, sweetheart. I don't know how to pronounce this. Severe. I don't know, honey. Hi. Suzanne Mincy. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Brand. Chocolate Gemini. What's up, girl? Hi, Miss Joanne. Hello. Welcome one, welcome all. Have you guys hit what? Why is it over 150 people in here? It's only 8 likes. And I think they're only on Facebook. I'm not even sure if they're on you because we're on YouTube and Facebook right now. Why is it only a few likes? I know for a fact. So out of 158 people, 164 now, it's only 8 likes. You mean to tell me it's 150 holes in the bushes in here? And the rest are actual subscribers to the page and the others just creeping and peeping? Because that's what they do. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. And if that is the case, even though you creeping and peeping, you don't want me to know you here, ho. I'm still getting paid off your views, sweetheart. So just stop watching. I'm gonna be okay with that. You can't though. You can't. You're desperate and you're lonely. Even though you all booed up and shit, you still desperate and lonely, child. That's a terrible thing to be. You can be lonely by yourself, child. What's up, you guys? Hello, good evening. Make sure you hit the, you know what? I'm gonna drop one of these off. Let me drop one off. Let me delete one of the platforms out of Facebook and YouTube. Let me see which one I'm gonna remove. Hold on. Let me look at something. Let me see. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me remove this. Hold on. Let me remove you. I'm also gonna delete you from Facebook too. Okay. Let's see. Save. All right. So I went ahead and removed Facebook from the live stream, from the live feed. So we're only on YouTube right now. Please make sure that you hit the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you've hit the thumbs up. Please let me know on YouTube, because we're on YouTube right now. Write it in the comments. If you hit the thumbs up, do a thumbs up in the comments. Let me see. You gotta be real desperate to watch somebody you don't even like, child, and you ain't getting paid for it. Like, go fuck your husband, girl. No sound. Is that true? Y'all can't hear me? Can somebody let me know if it's no sound? Oh, she said, I'm sorry, I'm connected to my car. Okay. I liked on the way in. Thank you so much. You said it right. It's pronounced like severe. Oh, okay. All right, honey. But you know. La Diva, the realness. I like that name. What's up, Gemini landlord? Hello, Nandy. Hope everyone is enjoying their summer. Thank you. It rained all day. You need that. You need it for your grass. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, LaShonda. Tina Robinson. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi, Cynthia Chambliss. Karen Berry. A Severe says she hit the like button. Thank you for letting me know, sweetheart. I appreciate you so much. Vanessa Morgan Jones. Girl, let me hold something. If you don't stop playing. Sugar Girl. Okay. She says she did. Thank you, Sugar Girl. Thank you, Ingrid Johnson. Thank you, Sonia Brown. Brand. Leslie Lambright. Ooh, you are oldie but goodies. You've been on this page a long time, and I appreciate it. So, Vanessa Morgan Jones, hit the thumbs up. Put a thumbs up in the comments, please. If you did hit that thumbs up or the like button, is it that thumbs up on YouTube? Please put a thumbs up in a comment. Just confirm that you did that and just sit back and chill. Karen Taylor, thumbs up. Karen Berry, not to be confused with Karen Taylor. Teresa Jones says she hit it. It's LaDon to you, sweetheart. She hit it. Zenith says she hit it. I mean, Toshiba. Miss Shelly Shell said we hear you. Crystal Young. I'm just playing Toshiba. I actually like that name. Toshiba Davis. Free Neezy too. Hello. Mary Easley said we can hear you. Sonia Brown said I can hear you. Roxanne Gray said thumbs up. Jenna said thumbs up. Chocolate Gemini with the hearts. Back to you, my love. G, I'm a landlord. Oh, I ain't seen you in a minute. Hello to you. Chocolate Gemini, hello to you. And yeah, Smith Essex is trying to do some emoji, but it's not coming through. Janet P said hi. Edith Jackson said good evening. Sonia Mincy said I hit it. I guess she could not find that thumbs up button. I don't blame you, child. Tasha Davis said thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Toshiba. I was actually didn't see it that time. Toshiba Davis said thank you. I think that's a cute name. Shelly Matthews said she hit the thumbs up. Listen, y'all, I want to talk to y'all about something. I want to talk to y'all about something on today. I want to ask y'all something. Hold on. Let me see something. I'm not gay, but I say that. Oh, it shows you who all hit the thumbs up button. Okay, Miss Joanne D. Gilbert. I never looked at this in this level of detail. You guys hit the thumbs up button on Facebook, please, if you would. Hit the thumbs up button on Facebook. I don't understand, like, what be challenging? What's so hard to do about that when you go on anybody's live, not just mine? Like, if I go on someone's live, the first thing I do is hit the button. That just lets them know that thank you for putting this together, whether I liked it or not. Here you go. Here's a like. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to do. It's literally free to do. And you literally clicked on this live. I didn't go to your house and drag you out the bed and tell you to come click on the live. Come watch my show. Nope. You set your notifications to watch my show because you like it over here, even though you act like you don't. Not y'all. You know who. Edith Jackson. Thank you, sweetheart. What's poppin', Sherry? Golston. What's poppin' with you? Listen, I got a question for y'all. I want to ask y'all something. I just got on. Yes, I just got on here. I was on earlier today, but I just got on just now. Listen, y'all. I want to ask y'all something. I want to ask you a question. See what you think. Let me paint the picture for y'all. So, back out of here. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Okay, y'all. There's this lady who had a young daughter, a teenage daughter. Let me know in the comments if y'all know the story. It's made national news. So apparently there was this young girl. She's 12, just turned 13. She was 12 years old. She turned 13. She had a young boy. Let me put the pictures up. Hold on. This lady. Have y'all seen her? I know y'all have. Her picture's been all over this here internet. It's been all over the internet. So this lady has a 12-year-old, or they just turned 13-year-old daughter. And she told her daughter that if you ever bring a boy over to this house when I'm not working, so the mother works, she works overnight, the night shift. She told her daughter, if you ever bring anybody over this house, a boy, when I'm not here, I'm going to shoot them. This is what she told her many times. You know how you threaten your kids like, child, I don't have kids, but you know, I know how it goes. You threaten their life not to open the door when you're not home. You know, certain things, you know, that you ingrain in your child's brain. And so this lady told her daughter, if you let a boy in this house ever, when I'm not here, I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to take him off this planet. Don't do it. Don't play with me. Don't test my gangster. Well, last week, this lady went to work and her daughter, she left her daughter home. She's 13, so she can stay home now by herself. And her daughter sneaked a boy in the house, a 22-year-old man. Sorry, he's 22 years old. And they were making out. And a 22-year-old young man who goes over a girl's house, he wants sex. He's not there to play spades. He's not there to play patty cake. He's not there for a tea party. He's there for some ass, period. I mean, he's 22 years old. And, so they were there and making out and doing what they do. And the mama was at work and she caught him in the cameras going into the house, sneaking into the house. Well, baby, the mama decided that she was going to go home. She jumped up from her job, from that chair she was in, honey. Because you know that everybody has cameras in their homes nowadays. Well, she saw him on the camera, and she jumped up, grabbed her keys, and ran out of that job, honey, and ran back home and went home and ran all these red lights, skirt, 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 pull up to the house and bangs on the door. And she says, "Who in my house? Who the hell in my house?" I guess she grabs a key. She must grab a car keys because she clearly didn't have the key to her house door. This was a big thing in the comments on all these newsletters. Like, why was she knocking on her own door? Because maybe she left her keys in the car. Maybe she left her keys at the job. Wherever she left them, she couldn't immediately get into the house. So she was banging on the door, bang, 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 bang. So the boy decides that he is going to jump under the bed. They're scared. So the daughter's scared. She hears her mother banging on the door and she remembers in her mind, oh shit. He was 20, 22, same difference. Oh shit. She said that my mama always said that if she catch somebody over here, she's gonna unalive them. And she said, quick, hurry up, get under the bed. This the girl, this the daughter right here on the screen. Look at him. Lips all tooted up, just fast. Get under the bed, hurry up. That's the boy. And so the mama got into the house and the boy was under the bed and she was yelling at him for a while to come from under the bed, get from under there. I can see you. What the fuck you doing in my house with my daughter? You know, just going crazy on him. Get out my house. Get the F out my house. Just going crazy and ballistic. The daughter's on the bed because she knows what's about to happen. Well, honey, he finally comes from under the bed and he frantically gathers his clothes, his drawers, his cell phone, wallet, everything. You know, he gathers up all his things and he runs down the steps. The mother pursues him down the steps. He's running down the steps. He gets to the front door. She's cursing at him, yelling at him to get out her house, get out her house. You shouldn't be here. Why are you here? Why are you fucking with my daughter? And screaming at him the whole way down. Well, he opens the door and, you know, steps outside to go get in his car, and the mother's still following him. She then takes the gun that she had and puts it to the back of his head, or I don't know if it touched his head, probably not, because she was, you know, a couple feet away from him. And she pulled the trigger and unalived him. And he is, he's gone. And she is in jail now. This case has gotten so much attention on the internet because there's so much controversy around. Was she wrong for shooting him? Will she be clear? Because she's in jail right now with no bond. Will she be clear? Will she be granted a bond? Will she do any time? Or is she able to claim that, you know, self-defense? Because that's what some people are saying. She could easily say it was self-defense. I don't see how she could claim something like self-defense when you know, pull the trigger to someone, you know, with their back turned to you. It was in the back of his head. He was retreating, which means that he was no longer a threat to her. Just like the young black boy at the gas station and the Asian guy and his son chased him down for miles, a football field, they said. And why are you chasing him, and why did you have to gun him down and take his life? He clearly was running away from you for over a mile. So, but he got off. He did get off. So I'm wondering what you guys think about this. Do you think that she'll get off? Do you think that she could use, oh, I thought an intruder was in my house? What do you guys think? Personally, I think that the daughter is at fault for this. The daughter's at fault. She probably told the young man that if he was 20, she probably told him she was 17. She had just turned 13. You saw her picture. I just showed it to you. I'll put it up again. She probably told him she was older than she actually was. And he thought it was okay to go over to the house and have relations with her. But somebody said that's where she went wrong. It was, if he was leaving, if she pointed it at him. Yes, he was already out the house. They found his body in the right below the last step on the front porch. So right in the walkway. And I just personally don't see how any way that she can claim anything self-defense or anything like that. This is also premeditated. So she's not even going to be able to qualify for manslaughter because you had time to drive to that house. You had the gun on you. You followed him downstairs. You had plenty of time to make a different decision than the one that you made, to think about what you were doing, to cool down, to cool off. And you still did what you did. So it's definitely not going to qualify for manslaughter. And I feel like she is going to go to jail. Now, her daughter, who's 12 years old, what's she gonna be doing now? She free to lay up with any nigga she want to lay up with now. Like, what did you really solve, man? You threw your whole life away, your entire life. Now your daughter will be laying up with and doing God knows who, with God knows who. She won't have a parental figure in the home. What's going to happen to her? She's going to have to live with family? More than likely so. She's going to have to live with family or be placed in some kind of foster care, just kind of depending, I guess, on their family structure. And that's really sad. That's really sad. Let's see. Hold on. This other phone is ridiculous. Okay, there we go. This is really sad on so many levels. I feel sad for the young boy. Somebody says she's just a baby. That's true. Like, what do you know about having sex at 12, 13 years old? I mean, that's just ridiculously crazy. How old is the mother? In her 30s, her late 30s. I forget the exact age, but she's in her late 30s. Bernadette said that's just murder. She said that's just murder. Happy Sunday to you, Linda. So, people were trying to get a GoFundMe set up for her to bond her out of jail. I told you guys many times, I'm on the side of what was right in that situation. This woman was 100% wrong. When this young man gathered up his stuff and ran down those stairs to run out that door, you should have just called the police. You should have called the police on your way to the house. To me, you saw him in the cameras. Why didn't you call the police to meet you there? They would have arrested him and he would be going to jail for a long time. You would still be free. You need to beat your daughter's ass. As far as I'm concerned, now that's who need the ass whooping, is the daughter. But now you're in jail probably for the rest of your life. For what? He was leaving. And your daughter invited him to the house. He wasn't a burglar. He wasn't committing burglary. He wasn't trying to rob the place. He wasn't over there to have sex with her, without her consent. He was an invited guest in that home, whether the mama like it or not. And when he was asked to leave, he was so scared and so petrified. One of the comments that I read on one of the posts somewhere was from a man who said when he was about 14 years old, he was over a young lady's house. And she said, my mom never comes upstairs. She never comes upstairs ever. Like, it's been years. And so he went over to her house, and guess what? That day, the mother went upstairs and went into his room. And he hid under the bed. He said he hid under the bed, and the mother came in, and so he said everything. He said he could only imagine what this young man was going through and what was going through his mind, because he said when he was under that bed all those years ago as a teenager of some young girl, he said all he thought about was he hoped he don't get shot. And I can see that. If you're hiding, somebody screaming and hollering, and she probably was saying she was going to unalive him, I'm like, she was going ballistic. He was petrified. He was 20, but that's still a kid. That's still a young man. I'm sure he was petrified and he didn't want to get popped. And that's probably what took him so long to come from under the bed. And when he did, she didn't pop him. If she had popped him while he was under the bed, I think they would have given her bond and she would be out and she might have a chance. She might just get probation or maybe not, you know? But the fact that he made it, he had time to gather his things. You had time to think about what you were doing while he gathered his things, while he jogged down the steps, opened the front door, walked down the porch, the steps on the porch, made it to the bottom, and then that's when, as he was trying to get to his car, she pulled out the gun and she popped him in the back of his head. I don't see any defense for that at all. Let me see. Everyone get locked up, then ask for a GoFundMe. He was running away, I believe. She's going to get life. She's definitely going to be held accountable for this. Definitely. Probably life in jail. Probably life. And rightfully so. You took a life. Let's see. Family or foster care you think she'll go to? Whatever one it is, she won't be with her mama. And now your daughter free to be a skeezer. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? It makes absolutely no sense at all. Stream Girl really need to get their shit together. They really do. Let me see. There she is. And you know what she said to the police? She said, I did what I had to do. That's what she said. I did what I had to do. Somebody said, I think the reason they are charging her is because he was walking away. 100%. And he was. He was walking away. She has absolutely no defense whatsoever for popping that young man. She had all the time in the world to think about it and to change her thoughts about it for it to be a different outcome. Call the police, whoop his ass, whatever it was. But to actually pull a gun and unalive him when he finally made it outside in the back of his head, they can collect all the money they want for her for a GoFundMe. She's going to jail for a long time. For life. She's going to jail for life. And I can tell you right now, jail is not a fun place to be. Not even close. That's it, you guys. I really didn't want anything. She was angry about something. That's what they said. She let her anger take over. She was not the color for the protection. Paul Mooney calls it the complexion for the protection. She sure not. Sure don't have the complexion for the protection at all. At all. But she's going to prison. She's going to prison for a long time. And that's horrible. That's premeditated because she had already told her daughter what she would do. Yes. But not just that. What makes it truly premeditated, because you can tell somebody you're going to do something and never do it, or do it, and just depending on how you do the time, what happens when it happens, it might be manslaughter, it might be premeditated. What made it premeditated, what makes it not qualify for manslaughter is the fact that she had time to not do what she did. She had time to think about what she was doing. She had time to think about it in that moment that the situation was happening. She had time. On her drive over there, she had time. She knew what she was going to do. She had the gun on her. When he was under the bed, she had time to put the gun down. When he was walking down the steps, she had time to turn back and go in the room and cuss her daughter out. When he walked outside, she had time to shut the door and call the police. She missed every opportunity to not do what she did, and she did it anyway. She did it anyway. Jail is a horrible place. Maybe I'm gonna wish jail on my worst enemy, child. That's what people were saying, and she was upset about something. There's no one, everybody's carrying something with them. Everyone has something to be upset about, or to be unhappy about, or to be mad about. Everyone, we all carry things with us. All of us. That doesn't give you a license to go out and take someone's life. Because in essence, what you're going to be doing is giving up your own life because you're going to jail. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Anybody in here ever been to jail? I want to see. I'm trying to see something. Let me know in the comments if you personally have ever gone to jail. Let me know. Because I ain't never been to jail before. Like, I have siblings and, all that. They've been to jail their whole lives. Some of my siblings. Some of them never been to jail. But some of them boys, they've been in the slam a long time. And I'm here to tell you, hearing about jail and actually experiencing jail are two totally different things. Two totally different things. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to jail before. Kathy Henderson, you been to jail before? If you've been to jail or if you've been to prison, write it in the comments and let me know. Don't be ashamed. I mean, listen, shit happens in life. I really want to know because jail is not easy. Some people think you go to jail and you live an easy breezy life. It is not easy. The food is beyond terrible. They give you cornbread for breakfast. Cornbread and a little bit of watery gravy. If you want to call it gravy, it's like water. Cornbread and some kind of mystery water, and they call it gravy for breakfast. Cold, ice cold grits, and that's it. They don't give you sausage, meat, nothing. Not at Cherokee at all. For lunch, every day, without fail, they give you macaroni pasta that's cooked 2 hours. They cook that pasta. I don't know what else they be doing in the kitchen that they forget the macaroni on the stove, but it's always mush. As soon as you put your spoon in your spork, it turns to like baby food mush, macaroni. Every day they give you that, and they give you, what else they give you with that? Sometimes you just get that and a piece of cornbread. Oh, jealous, horrible. Jealous, horrible. So I don't see how people can. He was invited by the daughter. Yes, he was invited by the daughter. 100%. She invited him over. Being fast, being grown. Her mama had already warned her and told her, if I ever see anybody over here, that's it for you and him. And these kids, they think they smarter than us. And she invited him, and the mama said she was going to unlock any nigga she ever caught in the house. And she pressed her luck, and that's exactly what happened. She stood on her word. What's up, Taryn Twin? Them damn sandwiches. Yes. You get sandwiches for dinner at all the jails. No jail gives you a hot meal for dinner. You get what you could, they call it 2 hot meals. It's horrible. Like, you can read about it. I've always read about it and heard about it and shit, but until you actually experience it, you don't know till you know. I think every American should spend at least one night in jail just to see how it is. It's the craziest. It's like a different planet, like being on a completely, because it's its own world with its own rules, own players in a confined space. And it's terrible. They put all kinds of people in the room with you, any kind of person, every kind of person. Nasty people who don't wash their hands, who don't wash their ass for weeks at a time. One lady they put in the room and she was lifting up her leg and farting up in the air. That's how she was farting. She didn't just fart silently. She was dramatic with it, just tooted it up in the air, was farting. The whole pod, forget the room, the whole pod knew when she was shitting because it was like something was rotten inside of her. And these are people you have to share a room with. People change their pads and don't wash their hands all the time. Every day. That's what happens. That's a regular protocol. Not washing, not hand washing. And if you are even a halfway clean person, baby, I would never, ever jaywalk. I would never go back to jail. Ever. Ever. The only way I would ever go to jail, because I'm sure if it ever happened, people are like, oh, she said she was never. I don't know what you don't know where you go. Whoever you are listening, I don't give a fuck how far you think you removed from X, Y, and Z. You could be in jail. All it takes is one bad decision, whatever that may be. Especially in Georgia, they'll put you in there for anything. fucking tail light out. I mean, it's just crazy. But oh, I was gonna say the only way I would ever go back to jail, ever, is if it's for some shit that they already like I had already been accused of, for something like that. That would be the only possible way, which that's probably not gonna happen. But I mean, I no, jail is, and the guards are so disrespectful. And the guards are getting fired. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but the deputies in these jails in Georgia are getting terminated for using the flock cameras. Did y'all hear about that? Flock stands for, I forget what the acronym is, but they're cameras that the government owns across Georgia and other states too, but some of the ones in Georgia, that picks up your license plate number anytime you travel anywhere on the roads here in Georgia. So they're on like the traffic lights and different places, and at all the traffic lights have these cameras, and the cameras are able to read every single license plate that goes under that light or goes under that camera, that area. And that's how the government is able to keep track of anyone and everyone by using these flock cameras. Well, what's been happening in Georgia is they have had a crackdown on the deputies who have been using these cameras, these flock cameras. And one of the deputies who got fired, I know her. I know her. I mean, I don't know any of the deputies, but I happened to be in jail at the time that she was working in the jail. She was the very first one. Her name is Jodeci. Y'all remember the story about her a couple of weeks ago? Jodeci. She's Haitian. I remember her because I had a conversation with her about hair care in jail. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, but my hair is all natural. And at the time it was very long. And so she would come into the pod and we would be chit-chatting and talking about hair care and hair care products. And she's natural too, and her family, and da-da-da. She was having a relationship, this particular deputy, with another deputy in the jail, a white guy. She's Haitian, very, very Haitian. And he's white, very white. And everybody knew about their relationship. But he was mad cool, and she was cool too. Well, imagine my surprise a couple of weeks ago when I found out that she got arrested and fired for using those flock cameras. Now, what I think happened is she was using those cameras to keep tabs. So again, the cameras keep track of everyone's movement across this country. You can't even do shit. You can't commit a crime. You can't be behind on your car. No, they'll find out where your car is nowadays. You can't even hide your car nowadays. They know where your car is because all they got to do is go to the police so they can use the flock cameras. I mean, so they found out, they did an audit and found out when you use the flock camera, when you use the system, you're supposed to have a case number attached to your inquiry in the system to look up somebody's plate. Like if it's a stolen car or some kind of crime, a missing child, anything like that. Where they got to go and track somebody's movement, you got to have a case number. Like there has to be a police report and a case number that correlates to your search. Well, they've been cracking down and finding that officers have not had case numbers to correlate their search, which means that they were abusing the system. This means, in layman's terms, in other words, officers are using the system to track the movement of their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-husbands, current wives. They're using it to see what they're doing, to spy on their lovers. This happened about a year ago in another state. A deputy was using the flock cameras, and he tracked his wife's movement to her lover's house and unalived both of them. Oh yes. And so Jodeci, though, this particular deputy, she was the first one a couple weeks ago who got terminated here in Georgia from Cherokee County. She was in Cherokee, and I believe that she was probably tracking the whereabouts of that deputy that she was having an affair with, that she was, seeing in the jail, tracking him. They probably broke up. I don't even know they're still together. This was what, 4 years ago when all this first started with me. Um, 4.5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. But they probably broke up, and she wanted to know where the nigga was hanging at, white guy, where he was and what he was doing. Or he probably told her he was somewhere and she wanted to see if he was someplace else, and she showed up. It's just been a big crackdown. It's been a big deal. I personally think it's a breach of privacy for the government to be able to track you everywhere you go and clock, your whereabouts. But, at least they are holding these deputies accountable for sure. Let me see what y'all are saying. Never go back again. Girl, I would never. She might try and claim insanity. I don't know. I doubt it. You just got out today? Wait, who this is? The J Experience. You just got out. Where were you? Are you in Georgia? What state you in? Tell me about it, because I want to hear about it. Jail is fascinating to me, because I can't see how people go to jail all the time, like for years, like their whole life. You have people in jail. There was a lady in there. She was in there for her 72nd time. Older white lady. 72nd time in jail. One time is enough for me. 72 times? What were you in jail for? I want to know. My condolences to his family. That's just nasty. Sure can't hide the car. It doesn't matter. Sure can't hide the car. It doesn't matter if you haven't given them your address. You cannot. Baby, all those days of being behind on your car payment, and you gonna still drive that car, and you gonna park it at your friend's house, or you gonna park it in your garage, you can forget it. You can forget it. They know exactly where that car is. They will go to those cameras and put two and two to connect the dots and the breadcrumbs to figure out your trail, and they will go and pick your car up from wherever it is. You can no longer just keep a car that you're behind on, or if you have a rental car and you've kept it past its rental time, that's theft, and they're coming to get that car, and you're going to jail for it. Let's see. The J Experience says, I'm a veteran with mental health issues. I'm so sorry to hear that. Which branch did you serve in? Was it Army, Navy? And what state are you in? He said they neglected to give me medicine. I believe that, because in jail, you know who they have passing out the pills in jail? The deputies. Can y'all believe that? Yeah, I couldn't even believe that. Like, they have the deputies, especially in Paulding County. Was it Paulding? Paulding or Cherokee? Paulding. Cherokee have they have a lot of nurses and stuff around the clock. But Paulding County, the nurses are usually not there, and the regular deputies come around with the pill cart, pass out the pills. They don't know what they give and what not to give, and who to give and how to give. They just, I guess the nurses put all the pills in the packets for people the day before, or the morning of, whenever. And the deputies, all the packets, little pill packets, have names on them. So I mean, it's just crazy. I can't even believe that's legal to do. He said they beat me up. I'm sorry to hear that, and I believe it. Simple battery and obstruction of an officer. Wow. Okay. I had my first court appearance Friday. Okay. They wouldn't let me out to call. They wouldn't let me out my cell to use the phone. They wouldn't give me water. Were you in medical? You must have been in medical on DSEG. Were you in DSEG in medical? I'm so sorry to hear that. They wouldn't feed me what my diet is, which is no beef or pork. Which state were you in? You were in Clayton County? Wow, that's crazy. Because one thing I can say about Cherokee, and let me think about Paulding. I'm not sure. Yeah, Paulding too. If you are like, I'm a diabetic, they would not give me a regular tray. What's called a tray, food tray. They would not give me regular food. I had a strict diabetic diet. And even the sandwiches they gave out at night, because every night you get a peanut butter sandwich, just basically peanut butter with a dab of jelly, and it's a peanut butter sandwich. 2 packs of cookies. What do you get? You get a peanut butter sandwich, a pack of cookies, a bag of chips, and do they give you a juice pack at night? I don't think so. Maybe. Do they? Yeah. And a like a little, like the things that Carmen sell at the carnivals, child. Like the juice packs, little Crystal Light in the pack for dinner. And they had to give me a special bag, and they were very, very, very serious about it. The deputies all knew, the house mom knew. They could not one or two times they gave me a regular tray with like a brownie on it. Baby, I was ready to tear it up. And they were like, oh, wait, sorry. You get the diabetic bag of tray. I was mad a couple times. But they're usually very good about that. So I'm really surprised to hear that. I'm trying to sue. And you should. Can't talk. Can I talk to you after the lie? No, I was in a dorm. You in a regular dorm? I'm really surprised about that. They didn't read me my Miranda rights. Well, I don't know any of the attorneys in Clayton County. Haven't been locked up. That really like I do. The girls all talk in there. Those are veteran girls. They've been locked up many times, honey. So I learned a lot and heard a lot from them and know the attorneys and stuff. I don't know that I know any attorneys of the main attorney players in like Clayton County. Good luck to you at the J experience. Yes, I'm so sorry to hear that. We don't have no fucking chips. They didn't give us chips at Cherokee either. They just gave us a sandwich and a pack of steak cookies. But at Paulden, they give you 2 sandwiches, a pack of cookies, a pack of chips. But instead of giving me cookies, they gave me like a puff rice crispy treat or graham crackers, which had a lower glycemic index or lower sugar, basically. And so they were very serious about it. Like they put my name would be on the bag, separate from all the other bags, and they made sure that they gave me that diabetic bag and that they took my blood sugar. But you know what? It's crazy. Like I said, being in jail was so crazy for me and was so shocking for me. And it was like the most horrible experience of my life. But it helped me do a number of things. It got my blood sugar under control. I don't even take insulin. You know what? Let me take my blood sugar right now. Let me see. I'm curious because I just ate a couple cookies. I won't take it today. I'll take it in the morning. But my blood sugar was regulated. I got my weight down substantially. My weight was already down before I went to jail, but it went down even more because they don't feed you anything at all in there. It was a lot of things. And that's where I got the idea to start the business at while I was in there because I knew it was a need for it. I had to eat bologna Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, yeah, you're going to eat bologna every night. That's what they gave you every night. It's a bologna sandwich. I starved Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. They really need to take better care of veterans, especially with mental health disorders. There's so many people who are in jail who have, mental issues and stemming from being, somebody in the service. Lockdown unit for no reason. Yeah, that happens. We all got locked down because the guys flushed bags of toilet chips down the toilet. I'm like, who the fuck has got money to just be flushing bags of chips away? The whole pod couldn't order anything for a month, even on the girl side. And that damn juice is a mess. What juice? But I will say, which one was it? Cherokee? Paulding gives you actual like a real, almost like a country time packet. But at Cherokee and all, I guess all the other jails, I don't know. But at Cherokee, they give you like that generic one that causes UTIs for females. Like it's well documented. So I didn't drink any of that. I was locked up with Tahira S. Hines, the captain of Clayton County, and she's a veteran. Wait, what? What do you mean you was locked up with her? You mean she was over the jail or she was in there too? Somebody said, Nandy, I know this is off topic. How are your eyes doing? Well, y'all know I only had one done. And I'll be getting the other one done in a couple weeks from now. Because again, when I went, I got there at like 9:10. And my appointment was for 9:30. So I thought I was early. Well, come to find out, they tell me I should have been there at 8:30. I'm like, nobody told me that. I pulled out my phone and pulled out the app and say, see, it says that I was supposed to be here. My appointment is at 9:30. Oh, we don't know what happened. Somebody should have told you. You should have been here at least an hour early. You should have been here early. I said, I am early. No, an hour early. So if we do your eye, both eyes now, that's going to put us very behind for the rest of the day. And they would have. They were booked. All these eye places are booked up, all the surgical centers, all the eye doctors. That will put somebody else out, and behind and etc. It says so we can either do neither eye and do them both on the same day at a later date, or we could do one eye today. And y'all know how extremely blind I was. So it was a no-brainer. I didn't have a choice. I had to get the one eye done. So I'll be back to get the other one done. So no, she was my cellmate. What was she in there for? She is about to fire all of them. If she was your cellmate, I don't think she has any power to be firing anybody. What was she in there for? What was the captain of the jail in jail for? I ain't hear about that. Let me on my other phone. Let me look it up. I'm trying to get her out tomorrow, but I don't get paid again until the 1st. Why are you trying to get her out? Question. Ask away, sweetheart. Ask away. Jane P said, Nandy, you looking good. You're looking like a snack. Thank you, babe. Thank you. I'm sorry they beat you up. I hope they get punished for that. Jay, wait, hold up. Time to pull out the old classic cars with no computer in the cars. Right. What was she in? Oh, shit. Oh, I swiped a little too hard. What was she in there for, Jay? I really want to know. What's up, Melissa Cortland? Shit, let me plug my phone in. Let me plug my phone in. What's her name? Her name is what? Somebody Google it. Can somebody look it up? Tahira Hines. Y'all ain't doing shit. Open up another tab on your phone. Look up Tahira Hines, Clayton County. Where's my other phone at? Let me look it up on my other phone. Let me see. It's interesting to me. I ain't hear about this. But they are cracking down on those on deputies for using the license plate tracking system. That's what the Flock system is. You can put anybody's license plate number in. But what I think they should do, because they'd made like their 5th or 6th arrest on this in the last couple of weeks since this all started. What I think they should do is have a certain clearance level to be able to use that system. Like just the lowly regular deputy shouldn't be able to just open it up and track their nigga on it. Like that's reckless and dangerous for so many reasons. So I feel like it should be restricted to like sergeant level or higher or something like that, Let's see. You do look good, Nandy. She was in there for trying to get her child back from Fayette County. Hi, Valerie Amos. What's up, baby? Did you have anyone to write to you and make sure you were good? Yes. I was very good in jail. I was very good. I had plenty of commissary. I was the commissary queen. And I will call. I'm gonna have a couple of girls on from the jail. I'm gonna have a couple of girls on from the jail. I was well taken care of in jail. Very well taken care of. She was trespassed from Jonesboro, but they didn't tell her she was trespassed. Oh, I see. And she was on medical leave when it happened. Why was she trespassed from Jonesboro? What's up, Fendi bitch? Why was she trespassed from Jonesboro? Wow, that's crazy. But thanks for your concern. I definitely appreciate it, Freeneasy. Yeah. I was very, very well taken care of in jail. I was so well taken care of. I was able to bless many people while I was in jail. He'll tell you that. Definitely. The day that I left jail, the day that I left Cherokee, then I had to go for them fictitious, bogus ass bullshit charges that Carmen made up to get me locked up. I had to go to Cherokee for that. So the day that I left jail was commissary day. It was a Monday. And you can order, how much commissary can you order? Like $120 worth of stuff or something like that. And I had $120 worth of stuff. All premium shit. Alaskan tuna, sweet Thai tuna. I don't eat eggs at all. And they give you eggs like almost every other night. And so I had to get shit off the commissary. I had to buy things from the commissary that I could actually eat, or else I would have died in jail, like for real. So I would get like the wild Alaskan tuna. I bought a ton of that. Almonds. I really didn't eat a lot of sweets, and I'm a huge sweets fiend. I love cakes and cookies and stuff. But once you get your blood sugar under control, and if you're in jail for long enough, for a couple of weeks or a month or a couple of months, whatever it is, your body starts to regulate itself and your systems go back to functioning normally. And so that's how my blood sugar got regulated, because I wasn't consuming. They don't give you really any sugar. Well, they give you cake with every lunch. Every breakfast and lunch, they give you cake and cornbread. But a lot of times, most of the time, I didn't eat the cake, and I definitely didn't eat the cornbread. So your blood sugar gets regulated, and when that happens, then you don't have as much cravings for sweets. So I mean, I did eat some sweets, and I would order like the Sunkist Kool-Aid packs to put in my water and stuff like that. But I was extremely well taken care of in jail, very much so. Let's see. I need a good lawyer. Wait, let me go up. Sorry. Fendi bitch. Okay, good to hear. Hi, Miss Sylvia. After you're live, message me. I'm trying to sue the VA too. I need a good lawyer. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm very busy. This ain't no shake. I'm a very busy person. After I get off this live, I got several emails that I'm working on. I don't know if some of y'all been living under a rock, but I started a business where I run errands and handle important business affairs for people who are locked up. There's so many people who are in jail who are sitting in there longer than they have to be because they don't know anyone in Georgia, or they don't trust anyone in Georgia, or people they know are not old enough or in a good enough health, or whatever, many different reasons. They don't have people to do things for them outside. This is an idea I thought of when the very first time I ever got locked up, which was like 4.5 years ago in Cherokee. It's all this the same shit. 4.5 years ago. And I thought that, damn, I need somebody to do this. I need somebody to go over to my house, check on did I have a cat at the time? No, I had already put my pet down, but go to my house, check on things, do this, do that. I'm not from here. None of my family's here. None of my friends are here. I'm literally in Georgia by myself. And so I thought at that time, and I even told y'all about it. I was listening to one of the lives I did a couple of days ago when I was telling y'all about this, if y'all remember, that it would be a great, if somebody had a business doing things for people who are incarcerated. Sometimes you need to take things to the court. The court's requiring you to submit certain things before you can get out. When you don't have anybody to go get your documents to get your shit out, that's the problem. You're gonna be sitting there for a long time. You don't have anyone to go and check on your pet when you locked up. Your pet gonna be dead by the time you get home. If you don't have anyone to go and pack up your apartment while you're locked up, guess what? Your landlord will put your shit in the trash. Trust me, I know. They'll put your things in the trash. Nana's urn with ashes in it, everything. So that's what we do. We do everything you could possibly think of to help people who are in jail mitigate some of like the issues that they have going on in the outside world, take care of things for them, bond them out. A lot of people don't have people to bond them out of jail. That was my problem 4.5 years ago because I'm not from here. I didn't have anyone locally to bond me out. So what did I do? I had to pay them a whole $17,000 bond. I had to pay cash like that. I paid them all the money to get out of jail. And because I didn't have a co-signer for my bond because it had to be somebody local, and I'm not from here. I didn't know anyone. So we bond people out. If you get arrested when you are in Georgia, you get pulled over, they tow your car. Guess what? And this happens every day, all day. It probably happened 100 times today across Georgia. When they tow your car, they're going to put it in the impound, and it's going to sit there for weeks, months, however long you're in jail, depending on what you're in there for, violation of probation, which most people are, whatever it is. By the time you get out of jail, you're not going to be able to afford to get your car when you get out of jail. Be $3,000, $100 a day. What we do, one of the services that we have is we will go and get your car. So I have contracts with the tow yards. I talked to all the tow yards, went through all the paperwork. As soon as I got out, I worked on all of this shit, licensing, everything. We'll go and get your car and have it towed back to your house. So when you get out of jail, you can get in your car. You don't have to pay $3,000 to get it out of impound. Most people lose their cars that way because they can't afford to get it out. So take documents to court, order snack packs for you. Some people don't have people to order snack packs for them. Put money on your books. Some people, so it's a whole host and suite of services. And I thought of this, like I said, 4.5 years ago, but when this shit happened to me again here recently, I was like, nah, I need to go ahead and execute this plan that I came up with 4.5 years ago. And as soon as I did, within 48 hours, I was already working on the licensing and putting plans in motion. So now what I'm doing is sometimes some of the inmates that I'm talking to and working with, they have housing needs. They have a problem getting a place to securing a place to live because they have a criminal record. They don't have, you need $5,000 to move into an apartment these days. You need first, last, middle, all that shit. You have to have a clean record. You have to have references. It's a whole production. You can't, so what I've been doing when I'm not online is working on putting together a housing network. And I have almost close to a dozen people in this network. And I'm building it for all the counties across Georgia. So when people get out of jail, they have a safe, affordable, felon-friendly place that they can go and that they can live immediately. They don't have to wait 3 weeks to get cleared for an apartment, only to be told no because you got a background. All of these houses in the network that I'm building, that I've been building, are felon-friendly, and they're affordable. You don't need a down payment for your apartment to move into the homes, to the houses, apartments. Most of them are houses. And so those are the kinds of things that I'm working on when I'm not online. I'm using my powers for good, bitch, So doing that. And then the other piece is I'm working on putting together a reentry program for felons. So the same way with the housing network, having homes across Georgia and all the different counties for people to be able to transition into, also helping people get jobs, because a lot of times people wind up back in jail because over year after year and reoffending because they don't have a job, because they don't have anything else to do to get money, etc. So, just trying to set people up who are lifelong, all their life, not just the last couple of years, but lifelong criminals, been in jail their whole life since teenage years, younger years until adulthood, trying to help them break the cycle and, regain their dignity and independence back into society. Because there's so many people who I met in jail who are solid ass people who just had a moment in time, a couple of years, a couple of chapters of their life where they made, a poor choice about something. And we all have made a poor choice about something at some point in our life. So I'm dedicating my life to trying to help people who are in that space. It's a lot of people who are locked up for like ridiculous things in Georgia. Like Georgia will lock you up for anything or no reason at all. I mean, jail is a business, and these jails get paid. I forget how much it is. What is $300 something a day for each inmate? It's a lot. And so they lock you up. There was a lady in there who was in there. She was a nurse. She's a nurse, and I don't know what kind of nurse she was. I didn't get into that, but she's a nurse, and she was in there because she got into an argument with her spouse. and she cut the TV cord when they were arguing. She was mad. She actually was married to a woman, this lady, and cute little plump, fluffy black lady. And her spouse had stayed out all night. And when she got home, she was so mad and furious. She got home and she was watching TV. And the lady who was locked up went in and cut the TV cord and went back in the room and slammed the door. Well, her wife called the police, and she thought that they would give her a stern talking to, but they actually took her to jail and they charged her, even though she didn't take the cord and hit her with it, beat her with it, strangle her with it. She just cut the TV cord, trying to, whatever. People do stupid things when they're mad. Cut the cord and went in the room. Well, the police came, they put her in jail, they hit her with a felony charge, family domestic violence. Now, guess what? Your license is gonna get fucked up. Georgia will mess your license up. All these southern states, like, you can't be doing crazy shit. Like, even an argument with your spouse could result in you catching a charge, which can result in you losing your license. So she was so panicked in there. She was beside herself. She had never been to jail before. So they'll put you in jail for any reason. So I met somebody. So in her case, she was not able to go back to that house, even though that house was in her name. With family domestic violence, you cannot go back to the house. So this housing program that I'm putting together is perfect for a person like her. Like, I'm not going to be putting killers and, sex offenders into homes and placing them into homes. The priority would be people like her, who had a temporary moment of indiscretion and wound up in jail. So in her case, she's not able to go back to that house. So she would need an immediate place to stay. Where would that be? A shelter? The street? A hotel? She would go into this network that I'm developing, that I'm building. And every person that I've included in this network, they all have immediate availability. And again, all felon friendly, and you don't have to worry about furnishing. The house is already furnished, washer, dryer, Wi-Fi. They don't provide food or anything like that. And don't have to have a down payment. There still is a fee. Of course, you have to pay your rent, but it's super affordable. And it's a great place, a great stepping stone for a felon to be able to get back on their feet. And this is something I'm very passionate about, very much so. So I don't have time to call you, sweetheart, when I get off here. I'm not trying to be funny or shady or anything like that. But when I'm not on here, I'm for real. Like, I'm working on all these things all the time. Okay, I'll catch you live next time. But of course, I'm listening and I'm happy to talk to you. I stay in Memphis, but I'm here for a PTSD program, but they don't have beds right now. Okay. Well, I'm here for PTSD, but they don't have beds right now. Oh, the PTSD program doesn't have beds right now. Okay. Yeah, this is some. Am I a bondsman? No, I'm not a bondsman. I'm not a bondsman. And I guess your question is, you don't have to be a bondsman to bond someone out in Georgia at all. I don't know about other states, but of course, I'm in this space and in this business, so it's my business to know the business. So I am aware of that. But also, as an individual, you can only bond someone out a certain amount of times in Georgia, which is why we have a network of individuals who are available to do the bonds for these individuals. But the way that the bonds work is that how we bond people out is that so like 2 weeks ago, I had somebody call me and they needed to be bonded out. And that's not a problem. We can go bond you out. No problem. The problem is, and the hook and the catch is, we don't bond anyone out on a like a percentage bond. You have to have all of your money in order for us to come and bond you out. Because just like in my case, I had all my money. I had $17,000 cash money. But somebody still had to bring it up there to me. Somebody had to bring the money. It was a whole process. Y'all know I had to sell my primary residence and, all that kind of shit. But just because you have the money, you still can't bond yourself out. You still need somebody to do it for you. So, so we do that. So, no, I don't act as a bondsman, but if you have your entire bond amount, I will take it up to the jail and get you out. That way, I'm not on the hook if you don't go to court for if you miss your court date, I'm not on the hook for the full amount of whatever that bond is. You have to have, the way that I set this up is that you have to have your full bond amount in order for us to bond you out. And that's exactly what we did for somebody a couple weeks ago. Hold on, let me put my hair in a ponytail. Hold on. Let's see. You're here for a PTSD program. They don't have any beds. Yeah, they have a lot of programs though for veterans and stuff like that. There's a huge VA in Kennesaw over there on Cobb Parkway. Have you been to that? It's a huge VA over there. They probably can get you connected. It's new too. They put it there a couple of years ago. The VA beat me up too. Now I'm not surprised about that, about the VA. The VA is horrible. The VA needs a complete overhaul and a revamp. Jail is horrible, y'all. Oh my God, 72 likes. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Have you guys hit the like button? I would certainly appreciate it. It's free to do. Let me see. All right, you guys. I'm gonna get off. I got stuff to do. Tired and thirsty. Good business idea. Any business that you start, all you have to do is find a need for something. That's any business. I don't care what it is in any area. Find a need and fill it. That's how you start a business. That's how you start a business. If you're looking to start any kind of business, find something that's needed, whatever it could be. It could be a product, a service, whatever it is. You figure out where a need is for something and you just fill in the gaps. And, give it enough time, it'll be successful. Yeah, definitely keep me updated. I would appreciate it. Jay, I would appreciate it very much. Listen, you guys, it is the Queen's birthday week. And my birthday's in a couple of days. And today, oh my God, I have to clock back in. Today, we were on earlier today. We had a really good live earlier today. Lots of discussions. We were talking about everything, anything, and everybody. And we did a birthday Cash App challenge. So my Cash App is Coach, COACH Nandi, NANDI, on Cash App and on Chime and on PayPal, or Coach Nandi 79 on Cash App also. If you have it and you like to send a birthday blessing or tip, feel free to do so. If you don't have it, then don't do it. But those of you who already have, I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate your consideration. Appreciate appreciate the love very much so. Jay, I'm sorry to hear about your experience, especially you're not from Georgia, you're just here visiting. So from Memphis, but I appreciate you sharing your experience with me. And I'm sorry to hear that you're suffering from PTSD. I mean, shit, I have PTSD after being in jail. I don't know how people do it. I really don't. And they love it in there too. Sorry to hear about that. But please know, I can tell you from firsthand experience, it will get better. Definitely, So I'm wishing you better days ahead. And I hope you get the help that you need for your PTSD. Definitely. It's not a race. It's a marathon. So, it's just going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight, but you'll get through it. Definitely. You seem like a sweetheart. So, Marcia said, thank you for your service to the community, Jay, or me, whomever it is that she's talking to. All right, you guys, y'all have a lovely rest of the night. Sleep tight. And I will catch you guys. What's today? Sunday? Probably sometime early in the week. catch up on a couple of things. I might have an update for you on some things that I'm working on, child. But y'all have a good rest of the night, and I'll catch y'all on the next Pop Live. Bye.